Rough Night is directed by Lucia Aniello and also written by Lucia Daniello and Paul W. Downs. It stars Scarlett Johansson, Jillian Bell, Kate McKinnon, Zoe Kravitz, and Alana Glazer, and it's about a group of friends who get reunited after years apart, and they are out to celebrate Scarlett Johansson's Bachelorette Party. Things go crazy, things go bad, things go wrong in every single way possible. They drink, they do drugs, and it's just crazy all around. Now, I only watched one trailer for this movie, but that trailer is pretty spoilery, so if you haven't seen any trailers for this, I would say don't watch them because you'll actually get spoiled until half of the movie. Let's start with the positives. There are good, laugh out loud, belly burst laughing moments in this movie. There are jokes and setups that are really, really good. The comedy in this movie, for the most part, works when you clearly see that the writers, the director, with the visual gags and some of the words that come out of these characters' mouths, they really tried and they put effort into it and it shows. Also, the performances work. These are good performances all around and all of them have very good chemistry. All these actresses share great chemistry on screen. Ty Burrell and Demi Moore also play a small part in this, but they are there because of the raunchiness. It doesn't work necessarily because it's good comedy, but I did laugh because I appreciated the raunchiness that was to be found there. Also, I gotta say, surprisingly, there is good characterization giving all around. All these characters have good foundations, and all of them go through some kind of an arc, and I was really surprised by that. It made this movie display a quality that I was not expecting, and it made me appreciate the characters more. There are some holes in there, and they don't necessarily fulfill those arcs, but they get started, and you get to know these characters a little bit more, and they are just not paper thin to throw jokes at you. It's really entertaining, but it does have some depth as far as characters are concerned. Kate McKinnon is a standout amongst them. She is very good. Her comedy, for the most part, like 90%, 85% at least, it works. But her accent did get to me because I've studied accents. I'm a fan of accents, and her Australian accent is very bad. I'm just saying it's very bad. Scarlett Johansson also is very good. This woman is good. I mean, there is nothing wrong about this woman. But she is good. However, I just can't see her with this guy for some reason. Maybe it's because I've never seen him before. And that's not his fault, that's not my fault, that's not anyone's fault. It's one of those things where she is way above his league. But the movie actually recognizes that, so it's all good. Also, I found funny that her fiance looks a lot like Ray William Johnson. I mean, super looks like Ray William Johnson, and I kept thinking throughout the movie, this guy reminds me of someone. Who is it? Who does this guy remind me of? Come the end of the movie, holy shit, I got it. And yeah, Ray William Johnson. Also, Zoe Kravitz impressed me with the comedic timing and the lines that were given to her and her delivery of those lines. She was very impressive in this movie as far as her comedy chops are concerned. However, this movie is not perfect, far from it. There are many points in this movie where you see that they are just dragging this movie along to have it be a full-length feature film, because there are many moments where characters make some not-so-wise decisions, and just for this movie to drag for them to make those decisions later, and you can see them coming a mile away. There are beats in this movie that are completely predictable, and you're thinking, okay, this character is going to do this, and the character is going to say that, and at that point they're going to imagine certain things, and this is going to unfold. And it is exactly what happens, but it entertains you throughout. It's an enjoyable time. And I will say that at points, not only does this movie drag, but it feels like another movie completely. There are sections of this movie where it's taking way too seriously, and it's understandable how it's taking things too seriously. You feel like you're bursting out laughing, and then comes a scene that they are all serious, the score is serious, the direction is a little more even-paced and not so fast-tracking seriously because this is a serious subject. And I understand the motivations of the director, of the writers, of the characters, but it just feels like I stepped out of one movie and went into another talking about the same thing. And in that way it becomes inconsistent as far as telling this story, and not only it becomes inconsistent, it's also one of the elements that makes the movie drag out a little bit, because if they really went with this movie realistically, this movie would be about an hour long. I gotta say, for the first half of this movie, Jillian Bell kind of annoyed me because her whole character, without spoiling anything, were dick jokes. And not necessarily dick jokes, just talking about dicks. And that was it. And look, I am not saying anything, but these girls do cocaine at one point, and they are very mellow for someone who did cocaine. So either they didn't do cocaine, or that cocaine was shit. I'm just saying. This movie also at one point has a 20-minute section where it interchanges in every 2 minutes between her bachelorette party and her fiance's bachelor party. And it is pretty boring. Then her fiance gets to do something else and they continue to interchange it, and it's very, very boring. Everything about him is very forced. What he has to go through in here, the jokes that they put in there is very forced. That was the boring part of the movie. When the girls go out, however, it is very entertaining. It is enjoyable. Can I say this is a great comedy? No. Can I say I laughed in this? Yes. Can I say there are some parts that are very, very forced in this film? Also, a very, very big yes. But I was entertained. I enjoyed my time. However, I'm not sure how that could work a second time because, as I said before, there are many moments where the raunchiness is appreciated, but I recognize it as not being great comedy. It has good performances and, to be honest, enjoyable characters. A story that stretches a little too long unnecessarily, but by the end of this movie, you laughed, you know you laughed, and for the most part you feel satisfied. Because of that, I will say if you want to watch this movie, go. You will laugh. But if you don't, your heart will go on. What did you think of Rough Night, my beautiful geekies? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know in the comments below. What is your favorite bachelor or bachelorette party movie? Or what is your dream bachelor or bachelorette party? Let me know in the comments below, and as you go down there, check the link in the description to the Beautiful Geeky Community Facebook group, where you can meet many other beautiful people and many other awesome geekies. Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful geekies. You guys are the freaking best. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I just uploaded my Blu-ray collection video after 1 anniversary of doing that for the first time, so I hope you check that out. Until tomorrow with another review, you stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the bell so we can be geeky united!